I'm going to replace the battery in this iPhone 3GS. The first thing I'm going to do is remove these two small screws. Next, I placed a suction cup near the home button, and I'll pull up on that and use the spudger to carefully pry the screen from the phone case. Do not remove the screen completely. There are still cables that need to be disconnected. Using your spudger, carefully pry up on cable number 1. Next, pry up on ribbon cable number 2. Ribbon cable number 3 has a tiny latch that you have to flip up 90 degrees, and then you can pull the cable straight out. And now you can completely remove the screen from the phone. Next to the headphone jack is a small hole. Use your SIM eject tool or a paper clip and push in until the SIM tray ejects. If it doesn't eject, you can use your spudger to help push it out. Now, using a spudger, I'll disconnect ribbon cable number 4. It should pull straight up. And now ribbon cable number 5. And then number 6. On the other side of the phone will be ribbon cable number 7. Next, I'm going to remove 5 screws, and I've marked them in red on this phone. I'm going to remove this screw that holds in the camera. This screw near the number 6 cable holds in the logic board. Under the number 7 cable is a sticker that says "Do not remove." If you lift up this sticker, you'll see one more screw to take out. Carefully pry up on the camera, but it cannot be removed because it's still connected to the logic board. On the docking end of the phone, you'll see this little gold cable. This is a grounding cable. Carefully pry that away from the case. And now carefully remove the main board from the phone. The battery is held in place with an adhesive. Use your sponger to pry it out, being careful not to puncture it. If the adhesive for the battery sticks to the case, you'll have to remove it. There's a little pull tab here that you can use to remove it, but you may want to heat up the back of the phone case with a hair dryer on a low setting first. And then you should be able to remove the adhesive. The new battery should come with the adhesive already on it. You'll just have to remove the backing paper. When you put the new battery in, make sure this little hole here goes over this round tab. And then you can press the battery firmly into place. When you reinstall the logic board, start with the end that holds the SIM tray. You'll want to make sure that this is lined up with the case, otherwise you may have trouble getting the SIM tray back in place. When you have this end properly located, make sure that all your cables are above the logic board and that your camera fits properly into place. Check to make sure that the gold ground cable is pressed up against the case. When you remove the camera, you may have noticed a small metal strip that holds the camera in place. Place that back on top of the camera, and then you can replace the screw. Next, replace the screw under the Do Not Remove sticker. Another screw goes on this corner opposite the camera. And now you can replace the last 5 screws that hold the logic board in place. Next, I'm going to reconnect ribbon cable number 7. This one can be difficult to line up, but make sure it's exactly lined up before you snap it into place. And now number 6. Line it up and snap it into place. And then move on to number 5. And then press number 4 onto the logic board. Next, I'm going to install the SIM tray. Make sure that the little hole in the tray is next to the headphone jack. Next, hold the screen 90 degrees to the phone case and insert ribbon cable number 3 into its socket, making sure that it's fully seated. And then close the little latch by pressing down. Now you can connect ribbon cable number 2, and it should snap into place. And then last will be ribbon cable number 1. Make sure it is fully seated and snapped into place. Now you can press the display back into the case. And then replace the 2 screws on the end by the home button.